Okay, it's on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is the House of Shalom, Pastor Winter Torborg, and Jerry. Anyway, usually I'm on Thursday at 7 o'clock live on Facebook, but obviously I had problems yesterday, so couldn't get it on. But anyway, so now I have the Bible study here, 308 North Logan Avenue, Lyons, every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Anyway, today I want to talk about the Holy Spirit. People used to say that the Holy Spirit started his ministry in the book of Acts. No, they didn't. No, he didn't. He started his ministry in the book of Genesis. You see, Genesis 1:2, the King James Version says, "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God," holy is his name,
right.
So the Holy Spirit, moved upon the face of the waters. Now, when it says the earth was formless, without form and void, the earth started with water. So it was like water floating in the air. Actually, well, many people say that dinosaurs roamed the earth billions of years ago. Hey, that might be. I don't care. But then came the Ice Age, and everything was disintegrated. So the earth became formless and void, and waters covered the face. There you go. So that's what God worked with, a formless and void world. Anyway, so it was the Holy Spirit that was the worker. The Holy Spirit, as I call him, is the behind-the-scenes worker. You don't notice him, but he's there, right? He is there, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So anyway, do you remember Saul, King Saul? Do you remember when he was called to be king? Solomon first sent him out to see all these prophets. They were prophesying. They were speaking in tongues. Saul did the same. He said they were crazy. That's how people talk about people who are Holy Spirit, who had the Holy Spirit on them, and they weren't actually like Samuel. They were crazy. They spoke in another language that no one understood. That sounds crazy. Doesn't it?
And it's changed how?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's changed. They call us crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, what about Samuel? The Holy Spirit came on him, and he prophesied, and he was called seer before,
Yeah.
because the Holy Spirit gave him visions. He said, "Okay, your camels are safe, but now you go out there and do this." So anyway, the Holy Spirit was necessary for all this. But he's behind the scenes. You don't see him. Don't even know he's there.
Yeah.
Until he does something.
And then people still deny him, so.
Yeah, right. That's pretty unfortunate.
It was an act of nature.
Right. Sure. Definitely. What? Okay, this is John 20:22, in the Contemporary English Version. Then he breathed on them and said, receive the Holy Spirit. I don't know what it meant Jesus breathed on him, but he said, receive the Holy Spirit. Obviously, it meant by baptism. So the Holy Spirit was not just on them, but in them.
Yeah.
That may be why they say that the Holy Spirit started his ministry in the book of Acts, because he actually came in the people, not just on them.
There wasn't no people then.
What?
There wasn't no people then.
Well, yeah, right. Well, yeah, that's true.
Adam hadn't been formed yet, so.
Yeah.
But eventually, yeah, I can see what you say down the line. Oh.
Yeah. So he's behind the scenes. But, okay, this is John 14:26, contemporary English version. But the Holy Spirit will come to you, because the Father will send the Holy Spirit to take my place. The Spirit will teach you everything, and will remind you of what I said while I was with you. Now, I've got to give you my testimony. When I was first born again, I called Jesus Lord when I was in senior in high school. And the first job I got, after college, during college, I don't know if I read much at all. But after college, my job was security guard. Well, I studied for sales, but security guard's all I could get. Whatever. So, I read the Bible. I don't know, maybe I just read the New Testament, but I read it cover to cover. Didn't understand a lick of it. Didn't understand any of it. But then, after I got to Massachusetts, when we moved to Massachusetts then, I met two Christians who were working on my house, and one of them I went to see a Kenneth Hagin crusade in New York, and that's when I was baptized in the Holy Spirit. And man, he said he would remind me of things that Jesus said. It came back to me. It came back to me, all right. It seemed like flooded over me. It came back all the way. Well, almost, and I'm still learning more. Because the Holy Spirit's there to help me to learn. And now I'm retaining it, and I'm understanding it. I'm thinking about it. Okay, so Acts 1:8. This is steadfast in honor. The gist Bible. It tells you what it says. So it just tells you what it says. It's not a paraphrase. It just tells you what it says. Anyway, this is Acts 1:8. Just know this: you shall be enveloped in power once you are baptized in the Holy Spirit. I on one of my previous Bible studies, I had an envelope with a yellow card in it. I pulled the yellow card out. I said, okay, this yellow card represents you, and the white envelope that represents the Holy Spirit. I put the card in front of the Holy Spirit. I said, that's the way most people think of it. But then I put the card in the Holy Spirit. I said, okay, what did you see? Just saw the Holy Spirit, the white envelope. And That's the way He wants us to be.
Yep. I agree.
Enveloped in the Holy Spirit. Not peeking out. Enveloped in. So anyway, I'll read it again. He says, just know this, you shall be enveloped in power once you are baptized in the Holy Spirit. This must be by your own acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Father will never force anything upon anyone. I mean, but when you have this power, you will witness, represent, and spread the good news of me, starting at home and spreading out. You know, that's what Jesus is looking for. Representatives. Not just people who talk, but people who do represent Him. So you'll be representatives when you are enveloped in power with the Holy Spirit. But remember, when John baptized people in water, how were they baptized in water? I mean, I'm not where they dunked it. It was sprinkles, but how were they baptized in water? What did they have to do? Besides repent of sin. But what physically did they have to do first?
Go for it. I'm waiting.
They had to come to John.
Oh yeah, they had to come.
And they had to ask. Well, He said Jesus will baptize you in the Holy Spirit. So what do you have to do first? You have to go to Jesus.
Right.
And you have to ask. You have to ask. Simple as that. And then, of course, you have to receive.
Mm-hmm.
But God will not. If someone was standing out in the field and suddenly got baptized in the Holy Spirit, what would that be? That would be forcing, right? That would be against God's word.
It'd be kind of funny to watch.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it would be forcing.
See the look on their face. Anyway.
Yeah. And if they just said, "Oh, Jesus was related," and spoke tongues, like, wait a minute, that's not right. That'd be forcing.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be right.
I mean, He could do that to everybody. That'd be no problem.
Yeah, so God didn't do that though.
No.
Because God gave us a will
Yeah.
of our own. So we have to ask, in other words. But people chiming in.
Oh.
Well, they're chiming in for the message. Anyway, they're trying to get me to get off this and talk to them. No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Guys, don't chime in. I'm on this. You don't have to chime in. Anyway, so you know the works that Jesus said in Mark 16, 17 through 18. The works that Jesus said would accompany the believer.
Mm-hmm.
They're works of God.
Yeah.
They're works of the Holy Spirit. Which means you have to be baptized in the Holy Spirit to do them. I mean, come on. Makes sense, doesn't it? You need the Holy Spirit to do the works of the Holy Spirit. And people say, "Oh, I can't heal anyone." No, you can't. The Holy Spirit can. So you need the Holy Spirit to do it. Even casting out demons. The devil will look at you and say, "Why should I leave? What are you going to do? You've got the name of authority, yeah, but what are you going to do? What if I don't leave?" The Holy Spirit will come. When the Holy Spirit's on you, He'll take over and say, "You know what I'll do. Get out." So anyway, I don't know, that's probably more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Again, I'll catch the cutoffs today. But tune in next Thursday. This should be on Thursday, normal time, 7 o'clock on Thursday nights. Anyway, God bless and no worries. Hey,
Praying tongues.
yeah, just pray in tongues.
Yeah.
God bless. Adios.
Okay.